Hinckley pushed her way through the crowd. Those that noticed her looked away quickly. She was burned. The weird skin, the scars. The Lichtenberg figure left by plasma cannon was a common tattoo from the war. She had chosen to keep it rather than spend months in rehab. She missed the alien worlds. Out there, they didn't care. She was a human. Everyone was scared because a big hard-ass predator was walking beside them. Here on Earth, she was just some ugly bitch that they should thank for her service. It sucked. Finally, she spotted her target. "Hello, you useless piece of shit. Why the fuck am I here?" Another human was sitting quietly outside a cheap Thai takeout. Supping noodles like this was his last meal. He looked up at Hinckley. "Sit down. Wait for your food. Shut the fuck up." Hinckley stared down. Has that ever worked? Even once? Or have you actually ever met people before? Right now, I just want to shoot you. Again. That must be why I don't have the rank or the medals. I knew I was missing something. We are being watched. Please, Captain, sit. She sat at the table. It had started to rain. "Well, Sergeant, you called. Why am I here?" The man looked up, built like a tank built by a disgruntled postal worker in his mother's compound. The sergeant grinned. "You busted me to corporal." "Well, we both got promoted to civilian. So, what's up? Don't tell me I left my darling husband and 3 children for nothing." "You have a plant, made of plastic. It's still dying. Science can't explain it. You're here because of Black Body." Hinckley sat up. "Where are my noodles? I'm not listening to that crap without food." The rain got heavier, and the crowd dispersed. Eventually, only the two of them sat alone on the street. Hinckley regarded her old comrade. "How, excuse the language, the fuck did you organize that?" Sergeant Elysium smiled at her. "I own the weather around here. Rain or shine. All mine. So that's where our budget went. I always knew you were a thieving bastard. Still, no one ever looks up. Nice work. Is this show and tell, or can we get to the point?" "Fine. Short version, you're fucked. Long story, you're fucked, but I found out about it and thought I better have a word. The Blackbody Satellite Corp wants you gone. You ended a whole product line. Someone lost their Christmas bonus." Still eating the noodles, Hinckley slurped. "Why go after me? So what, I can light up their hidden satellites like a fireworks display? Their tech is terrible. It took 20 minutes to find them. Definitely not a death sentence." "You're not understanding me. The bounty is out in a few days. They have lawyers preparing the charges. They have a pet judge and a pet government. They are about to sentence you to death. So yes, it's a death sentence." "Seems a little much. Can't they send me a strongly worded letter?" "Apparently not. It's not dead or alive, it's a dead ASAP warrant." The idea of being hunted by a bunch of desperate idiots on behalf of a faceless corporate overlord sounded fun. Life had been dull. Then the brief fantasy dissipated. The reality would be grief from cops and hassle from broken soldiers at the end of their rope, lawyers trying to lock down her assets. So who exactly thought putting a bounty on me would be a good idea? It's not like I'm some office snowflake. Her ex-sergeant smiled. "It's a Xeno. They bought the corporation. They want to make a name as a hard-ass security company, so they want to brand it as big, scary human tech providers. This was their shop window, and everyone just watched you take a shit in it. Share value took a dump as well." Hinckley stopped eating. She really didn't need this. "All right. I assume you have the details. Tell the boys to play nice for now. I'll go and have a word." She stood. Elysium smiled and waved his hand. The rain stopped. "It's good to see you again. I've prepared a full dossier on this crowd. I included one of my off-the-books ships. She's not much, but better than walking." The lights fell on her face. The lightning strike scars were dark on her skin. A brief moment of softness passed her eyes. "Thanks, Sarge. Good to see you again, too." She turned and walked back into the city darkness. The ship was an old belter bucket. Ugly, but it got you home. Inside revealed upgrades on nav, weapons, and engines. A bigger bang and a better turn of speed. It was named the Celine, one of the sergeant's ex-wives, if she remembered right. She opened the intel. The would-be hunters were a semi-aquatic race. Their name was unpronounceable. The translation was simply the people. She decided that assholes would do for now. They thought they were a big warrior race. They specialized in underwater combat. No wonder she had never heard of them. She had been a desert fighter. From the brief rundown, it had been a tribal world, then moved to commercial corporation government. A kleptocracy. Still popular after all these years. Whatever the company could get away with was good enough. Apparently killing her was fine in their world because she had dishonored the company. On the upside, she could kick ass, and no one would bitch about it. Time to go shopping. She left the Earth far behind her, feeling better every light year further away. The stuff she needed wasn't exactly available there anyway. The Shiva orbital was where she called home. Well, maybe not home, but as close as she cared to get. She had invested a lot of money here. When she arrived on an unregistered ship, the only question she was asked was if she wanted it valid. She did. Sergeant Elysium made everything smell of Thai food. She entered through the reserved entrance. It only took moments to get to her office. "You're back again, sir. You look terrible. Are you ill? Perhaps dying of something painful and incurable?" The AI was modeled after the first officer she had served under. A true piece of human garbage. She used it to annoy people and keep them from being too friendly. "Call my battle lawyer. Tell him I need an assessment. Also call storage and tell them to send the Prep 3 package to the Celine. Thank you for contacting Warlaws Inc. Your call is important to us. Please indicate if you are starting a war, defending against a war, unlawfully injured in a war, unlawfully killed in a war. AI only. Other. You have chosen Other. Please choose from these options. Human, Other, Existing Clients. You have chosen Existing Clients. Please enter your ID and password. A representative will be with you shortly. We apologize for the delay. Your war is important to us. Please hold. Hello, my name is Saul. How may I help you today, Captain Hinckley? I need to kill a corporation in... Hang on, I need to spell this out. Jasapk. Certainly, Captain. I see here you need to register as a corporation on the planet. After that, you are good to go. No bioweapons or extinction-level event weapons are permitted. Then file a declaration of war, E-457. A. I'll send you the details. Would you like us to arrange that for you? Sure, go ahead. Please choose a name for your corporation. Angry Human Killing Machine Corporation sounds about right. I need to abbreviate that. AHK Machine Corp is the best I can do. That's fine. I'll explain it as I go along. Sending you the paperwork now. Payment is in advance, of course. Sending it now. Always a pleasure, Captain. Her apartment was beautiful. The art spoke to her. The furniture was built to suit her and her alone. No more mass-produced crap like the army stuff she had lived with for years. The windows showed space. Clean, clear space. This was how far from the war she had got. She was proud of it. And now some scumbag was going to try and wreck it because of a minor mission that she ran from her desk. Fuck them. Now she had to go play soldier again.